So we've got a bit of a problem. We've got a bunch of does that are about to walk under the tower and a monster blacktail buck out here. Hello and welcome back to the Hunter Classic. So today we're here on Whitehart Island for another Road to 100 video. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but we have the 30R and we need 10 more harvests to reach 100, so let's get going. Looks like we'll be starting with a small blacktail buck, which we should probably take a shot on before these elk spook. He is down. We might be able to get one of the elk if I could turn. That works. I couldn't turn far enough since I was prone, but that one kind of ran just right into the crosshairs. So 2 animals down already. Just 8 more to go. See what our buck scores. 98. Definitely not too special. I wonder where we hit this elk though, because I thought we may have been a bit far forward. That is body blood, so probably in the neck. And that is where we hit her. Neck bone too. There was another blacktail buck that grunted up here. Obviously he spooked from the gunshot, but we'll at least look for tracks and see if he was heavy. So, there's an elk in a tree. I'm kind of curious if it's actually going to fall down, but I don't see a reason not to take it. Okay, it actually did fall out of the tree, so we don't have to have an elk falling on us when we claim it. I have not seen the tracks from that blacktail buck yet. They may have been a bit further up here, but if we don't find them, I'm not too worried about it. This is the first tree elk I've ever had in this game. I haven't seen that in this game for a long time, an animal stuck in a tree, but I have seen it one other time. That was an interesting one, to say the least. But anyway, we spawned up here kind of in the center of the map on the eastern side at this tent, and we're headed to this tower, which we're going to sit at for a bit if there's nothing there immediately, and then head south. And once we get to like 5 or 6 kills, which is only 2 or 3 more now that we had 3 that quickly from the start of the hunt, we're going to fast travel down here to the south just to get a switch up on the species that we're after. But I chose Whitehart Island because we don't hunt the map that often, and it's been a while since we've hunted it, and since it's been a while since we've done the Road to 100 series, I thought that was a pretty decent fit, and it looks like it was a good choice because we've got animals everywhere. So we've got a bit of a problem. We've got a bunch of does that are about to walk under the tower and a monster blacktail buck out here. 180 to 200, he is guaranteed to be 190 in my books. I really don't see anything wrong with that rack. I'd like him to make it as far as the sun, because the trophy shot naturally is going to look a lot better. But I really don't want him to spook if these does spook, so I'm going to keep my crosshairs on him. If I hear footsteps, I'm just firing. The fact that he stopped there, he's really not going to make it. I'm just going to shoot now, actually. Through the head. I could not be more ecstatic to see a blacktail buck like that, because really, the big blacktail bucks are some of the rarest trophy caliber animals. Getting like a 190s blacktail buck, it's probably less common than finding a rare like a albino, piebald, whatever. They are not easy to come by, so that's really cool to get just in a Road to 100 video. Let's see what this guy is going to score. He might be taking the place of the one that's in my trophy lodge. 192, he is in fact. He's 2.5 inches bigger than the one in my lodge. I think this turned out pretty good for the situation of not being in the sun. I just didn't like the chances of none of those does spooking, walking under the stand. And a buck like this is a pain to track, so I'll take him with the slightly less high quality trophy shot, and we will be sending him straight to the taxidermist. I'll try to remember to take a look at him before we end the video. We've got another female elk here, but who can complain when we have a 192 blacktail on the hunt? We could probably just take females the rest of the hunt, and I would have to consider this a success. That is definitely a really nice buck, and probably a single lung shot on that elk. But I was just thinking, for the Summer Fiesta competition, I hunted this map, I don't know how many times, and had like 35 plus kills, specifically looking for a 190 blacktail. Blacktail are one of the species in the competition, and pretty much you would need a 190 to stay competitive, and I could not find one. And then I just go out here guns a-blazing with the 30R, and I think, what was that, our 3rd or 4th harvest? It's just funny how the game works. Rares, trophy animals, always when you least expect them, but it was a lung shot on this elk. We'll just grab her and continue on. right lung at 64 meters. 5-second wound time with that large caliber. I managed to find a feeding whitetail doe. I haven't even been trying to call her in, but I suppose we'll just take her out. No reason to just walk away. So that will be our 6th 30R harvest of the hunt. 4 more to go after this one. It's actually been fairly quick as well. We're not yet at 45 minutes for the hunt, and we have 6 harvests already with a gun. That's definitely not bad, and I did just fast travel to the South Island. I guess that was probably obvious when you saw the whitetail, but just to clarify, I am down here now. We've got a rather small buck coming in, 95 to 120 score estimate, but he's 90 to 100 kilograms. I'm really glad I didn't come across this track and spend an hour tracking him, because I would guess that would have been an 85 to 100 kilogram track, which I always end up following. But he is down. That definitely would have been a disappointment to track him for a long time and end up with what I think is going to be like a 105, maybe 110 score. 101 score pretty much took out every organ as well. We need 3 more harvests to reach 100 total. We've got yet another whitetail doe just walking right at me without me calling to it. She's actually spooked though, and she's got us in her sights. But unfortunately I had her in mine as well. So she is harvest number 8 for the video, and we need 2 more to reach 100 for the 30R. Double lung shot on her, and we will continue hopefully to find a buck or maybe a bull elk before we end the video. We've got yet another pretty average sized whitetail buck here, but at least it is a buck. We've had a couple of does now, so we'll just take him out. And that should be harvest number 9 for the 30R. We should just need 1 more to make 100 total. We'll grab him and be on our way to try to find that 100th harvest. At least we'll grab him if I could remember where he actually was. See what he scores quickly before we head off. 107. Not much bigger than the last one. Hopefully we can find something decent as our last harvest, but as I said earlier, with a 192 blacktail in this hunt, I really can't complain about anything else we find. So we've got a pretty nice elk out here, but he is definitely spooked. 305 to 355. See if we can find an angle for a shot through the brush there. Actually, we might be able to... That one branch is in the way. Actually, if he can make it up there a bit higher, we should be able to take him there, actually. And he is down, so that should be a pretty nice harvest for our 100th with the 30R. Look to be like a 320s, maybe 330 bull elk. Definitely not a bad one. We've had much worse 100th harvests than that. So let's grab him and see what we get for a score. 336, definitely a nice elk to end on. And as you can see, that is indeed our 100th 30R harvest, so we'll just take a trophy shot of him. So not exactly a conventional trophy shot, but didn't have a lot to work with on the side of this hill. So let's go back to the lodge and see how that 192 looks in the trophy lodge. So here he is, definitely a nice addition to the trophy lodge. 192.558, definitely a nice buck, and it works out. We've got the 30R directly below him since we did take him with a 30R, so that's pretty cool. Definitely a kind of cool way to use the gun rack addition to the trophy lodges. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.